Dying Light is a game where you can do lots of parkour and beat the shit out of zombies. Sounds easy, right? Yeah, for the first time I can say that it is actually easy, but easy doesn't always equal to fun. And I know when you guys enjoy when someone rages. Does a rage quit or something like that. So that's what we're gonna be doing here today. I decided to install a mod called Massacre or Night Runner, made by a guy named Fear and a bunch of other people, and I decided to go for the story one more time, hopefully the last time. Our journey begins with us running errands for Rice. The first one was to collect money from Jafar, which I have no footage. I already told you why. So, what's the real deal? The real deal is when you have to cross the tunnel. For those who don't know, that is the first time when you meet bombers, and those guys explode hard as fuck. If you're not out of the explosion radius for even by 1 centimeter, you will die. You just die. So that's it. I went to the village to collect Rice's lunch money, only to find out it was full of zombies, and that I had to get rid of them. And that was not easy. I died lots of times, but I did not give up. I managed to secure it, and then I managed to collect the money. They just paid me. I mean, I did some protection, so yeah. After that, all I had to do was to go to the ferry. I was to head to the ferry station to collect more money, and I did it. And oh boy, was that easy! They just paid me. They just paid me like their ticket. With our money in hands, it was time to go back to Rice to get my antacid. Of course, that he went back on his own and only gave me 5 vials. Now that is a way to kick someone in the balls without physically doing it. After that, all I had to do was to disappoint the people in the tower by delivering those 5 vials, which I did. And after fighting the jury for head drops, they said go fuck yourself with other words.
We put you in Haran to find our file, not to play Mother Teresa.
That was done. That was the first mission. It was done. Easy. I died a lot of times, but easy. Easy. Oh, easy. But let me tell you, this was just the beginning of a huge pain.
Get this.
Heads up, everyone. This is Alfie.
Fuck you, asshole.
Siblings. Alright, this mission is pretty easy. Wanna know why? Because all you have to do is to run to a trade card, open it up. After that, you gotta get in a school and look for antacid and fail miserably in doing so. Fight some weak ass guys and then leave the school. Get back to the tower and that's it. You're done. Second part of the mission. In the second part of the mission, you have to hunt a green guy, search his body, and deliver a sample back to Dr. Dickhead over there. After that, Raheem was looking to impress the chicks in a tower by blowing up a tower, and he eventually gets bitten and gives up and tells us to do what he can't. And since we are the Chad, we get success from that operation, but Raheem dies by our hand. After that, Zere gets ambushed on his trailer, and now we have to save him because he got kidnapped in the process. And that brings us to our next mission. Okay, so by now we're half through the game, and until now, dying has not been fun. And by this point, I thought I was gonna die less, but oh boy was I wrong. The pit is a fucking bastard. You see, the problem isn't the arena, it's the escape, which means you're fucked. Boy, I died so much in this mission that I had 3-hour full erection. When I managed to escape it died, but that doesn't matter because we're going to hold Old Town. The Saviors. Yeah, after the hemorrhoids those guys gave me, I managed to escape, and after a run that I will not show, I reached Old Town. After that, I contacted Troy and she told me that she lived in those 2 towers. You know, those ones who look like 2 big cocks, one bigger than the other one. Yeah, right there. And that's it. The Saviors is done. Public Fest. Now this mission equals to easy, supposedly. Now, all we have to do in this mission is to go up this whole building, let some bombs, get out, and then blow it up. The museum. I decided to simp a little bit and attend to Jade's date, only to find out that she was kidnapped by Rice himself. Now, I still haven't talked much about him, so let me introduce him. Rice is a 6'9" male human being, Last time I met him, I took his right hand, and I hope he used it a lot because losing your favorite sex toy is quite a disaster. Rice is also full of shit, but he's also a fucking bastard who's a piece of shit. Now, this mission was going to bring us on a date with Rice, or at least it was what I thought it would happen. Instead, it put us on a date with 6'1" Sahir. Now, for a big dude who's also full of shit, he was quite easy to beat. Oh, and also Jay took her own life, which was sad. After all the bullshit I've been through, I was tasked to climb a whole antenna tower in order to break to the radio jamming, and so I did. After reaching the top, I made sure everyone could hear my voice, and everything worked perfectly. I had just stopped that fucking tryhard kid from making 1,000 kill from one airstrike. After all that bullshit from the antenna tower, I had to deliver Dr. Zero's samples to Dr. Canham because Jade failed miserably in doing so, but I successfully did it. Now, this mission was basically me running around the clinic trying to find my way to Dr. Canham, you know, irrelevant stuff. Now, finally, this mission was going to put us on a hot date with none other than Rice himself. Yes, that's finally going down, but it was not easy. I had to run for my life, and oh boy, the super chase hasn't been so scary in years, with Crane only being able to run 20 meters without getting tired, and volatiles sniffing in my ass. I managed to escape. Don't ask what I had to do to escape. After riding the elevator up, I had once again to run for the sake of my sanity. After climbing this circumcised building, I managed to reach Rice, and oh boy, this date was hot. He tried to kill me but failed miserably and ended up falling from the building with a knife on his neck. Conclusion. So that's it, boyos. I managed to finish Dying Light with Night Runner mode activated. It was easy after all. All that it cost me was my sanity. Do not attempt this if you want to keep your sanity. If you watched all of this, I thank you, really. That's it. Goodbye and stay well.